Welcome back, everyone, to another beautiful Caffeine and Octane Sunday morning. You guys don't know I'm not a morning person. I am not a morning person at all, but I will get up for this. Though I'm usually pretty late because, well, video games are Saturday Night Live, and I like the game to like 2, and then get here at like 6, which I never do. But nevertheless, guys, it's good times. We're gonna go check this out. And, oh, I already see a 61 Impala. Some new stuff this month, hopefully. There's always something new. What am I talking about? I drove through the lot this morning, and I'm telling you, this is the biggest one I think I've ever seen. It literally stretched to the other side of the mall of just, like, modded cars. Let's check this out. Just driving by, just casually driving by a modded R35. That's how we do. That's completely how we do. Look, didn't even notice. You can't see it, can you? Go check some more things out. This should be pretty awesome. So we're gonna kick this morning off with a pair of Trans Ams. Funny enough, my brother actually had one of these, but it was an utter heap. But I think these are actually really cool. I would love to get one for the garage one day, but we have too many other things lined up, and they're kind of ungassly expensive right now, so we'll have to pass, but very, very cool to see. I absolutely adore these. I know it's totally out of character for me, but it appeals to my inner, I don't know, American grunt. I don't know. This one's a straight up Firehawk though. Pretty cool stuff. Here's a fun one. We haven't seen this in a couple of shows. I think it's been a while since he's brought that thing out. Very, very cool. A lot of American muscle right here as we walk in. We got an SS El Camino, which you guys know I love my El Caminos. I really want a Ute. I want an honest to goodness Maloo. Oh, there's another one over here. Very, very cool. And a Monte Carlo. Here's our GNXs that we filmed these a couple months back, and they just kind of came out of nowhere. Now they're here in the main lot. Check that out. Finally show them some respect. If you guys don't know what's so special about these, it's a Buick, but I mean, it's everything a Buick isn't. That's a giant turbocharger. It's almost a supercharger. These are so super cool. And of course, we have to have the Corvair. If you're wondering where the engine went, they took a cue out of Porsche's, I guess, box of goodies. And yes, this is American, and yes, this is from the 60s. 66, in fact. That is not a mod, guys. That is how that originally came. You gotta guess it. You gotta guess it. Give up. It's that 61 Impala we saw from the behind earlier. Absolutely love Impalas. In fact, I know where there's a couple sitting, but I really, really, really want a 60 convertible, and well, they're just not available. Here's another familiar face. Old school, like even down to the flame, super old school, but modern motor. See what it looks like inside. Chop top, I'm guessing. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well done. Old Ford truck, but a little more unique than others. We've seen this one before, but it's still really cool. Anyone could do pinstriping, but how many of you have barbed wire? That's really awesome. Now here's one that's been going here probably as long as I have. I mean, we see it all the time, but it's still nice to see something after as many years as I've been doing this that just still makes the show darn near every month. This is really, really cool. And it's a true and proper race car. Like, he actually, you know, raced this thing, found it in a junkyard, and, you know, it is what it is. He used to have a far more conspicuous hood on here, but, you know, this thing's not a sleeper by any stretch. You can just tell by the way the fenders are cut and lowered and all. And this is not a sleeper, but I don't know, maybe he just likes the new hood. I have no idea. I don't know the story behind that, but either way, I love seeing this. Now, we've seen a lot of modded cars, but we don't see a lot of just originals. Here's an old Ford flathead. I don't know what year it is. I couldn't tell you guys. I'm guessing original motor or original-ish motor, flathead motor, V8. Very, very cool. Now, in a row full of almost exclusively American cars, we've got an Austin Healey and an MGB, I think? MGA? I don't know which one that is. I couldn't tell you. But old as sin. I stand corrected. It's an MGTF. I have no... See? Shows what I know. I could pay attention to signs, but, you know. Here you go, guys. A couple of DeLoreans. Oh, wait. No, I take that back. This one's seemingly... that one says EV. Okay, intrigued. Let's go check this out. So here's the one that's This is original, confirmed. You see a ton of these like messed up and that look like the Time Machine, but it's not often you see one that's really pristine. But let's go check this other one out. So yeah, that is an EV. but it looks original. Like it looks like it's relatively, you know, stock and whatnot. I bet you it goes like stink though. That's really neat. I guess at some point we're gonna have to come here and start wheeling and dealing with folks. These are really, really cool cars here. Really awesome Euro spec. I don't know which Benz this is, but Benz. All right, we've seen this thing for a few months now, and every month it just, I say blows me away, but I just think it's really awesome. A steam-powered RX-7, guys. We gotta find these guys and talk to them at some point. All right, we're gonna play this game again, guys. Name the car, name the car, name the car. Okay, no matter what you guessed, you are absolutely wrong. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is a C4 Vet. It's got a kit on it to make it look like a 57, but it is 100% C4. This is so cool. I love these things. I think this is the one that's a kit. There's another guy that hand-built his that these are all based off of, but I haven't seen him in several shows. But this is really awesome. So this is parked next to our friends over here at ATL JDM, and I'm gathering that this is probably one of their imports. If you want to check this out, proper right-hand drive like they should be, but more importantly, John Cooper. It's a proper classic Mini. So of course y'all know what this means. We got to stop in here and check out what they got going on. This guy was just dying to drive a JDM. Got that Seasucker mount, something we actually need, and the obligatory Skylines, because yes, you guys know I love my R32s. Really need to get a GTR back in the garage, but that boat has unfortunately sailed for now, so we'll have to work up to that again. Ooh, my favorite. Of course, y'all know what I'm gonna say. It's the Stagia. Yes! I am absolutely going to be acquiring one of these. Chandler be damned, I will be acquiring one of these here. We saw this last time, the Holden, which I don't think is actually a Holden, because I think they're pretty sure they're right-hand drive. Could be wrong on that. Maybe I am wrong. But very cool nonetheless. Okay, now this is super cool. It's a Citroen, and I know anybody from like outside of the US is like, it's just a Citroen. You guys don't understand. We don't see these. And it's probably super lame, but I think it's super cool. So I'm not really a big convertible guy, but a hardtop T-Bird, come on. Can't say no to that. Can't really see the hardtop, but trust me, it's there. It's a hardtop convertible. It's so cool. Like, and you know, to think there's a hardtop convertible that old, yeah, they're not a recent invention. So cool. But you know, you do see a little bit of everything here. And this old ass Volvo is just about as weird as they get. Oh, a Lotus 7. Oh, I'm guessing, yeah, it's a Caterham. It is a Caterham. I mean, one would figure, but you never know. Super cool. I wonder what it's running these days, because most of these have more modern motors. So it's a, oh, okay, here we go. So it is a 7R, which is really, really cool. So we have another 240, but it's exactly how I would have built it. RB26, single turbo, super duper cool. I don't know if you have enough purple in your life, but you probably do after this one. And of course, appropriately LS swapped. I'm guessing an LS1. Don't ask me how I know. Not that I honestly know one LS from another, to be honest with you guys, but really cool stuff. So I wonder if this is enough Jeeps for y'all. Oh, it keeps going. It goes way down there past the crowd. They got some Jeeps. They got a couple of Jeeps. Just a few. And a few more Jeeps. Just a couple of Jeeps. Just a whole bunch of Jeeps. Alright, so we tried to film this a couple months back, and it has returned, guys. The Maserati MC20 is here. Oh, we'll have to get some money shots of this bad boy.
It's a matter of
So we finally made our way to the Jaguar and GTR lot. We should have some McLarens. let's go see what's here. I mean, I love my GTRs, don't get me wrong. Jags are cool, Astons are cool, but hardly consider those exotic. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Cool cars, but I don't know, man. This is supposed to be the exotic slot. Now, this over here's gonna be really special. There we go, McLaren 720S, and all is right with the lot. Love the 720. Oh, if we could find the Rift one, that would be even better, but man, just a beautiful, beautiful car. Let's get some money shots at this bad boy. Ah, yes, more 720S action. Absolutely love these things. Way out of my budget, but maybe one day we'll find one at Copart or something. Very, very, very cool though. And of course, Ferrari 458. You can tell it's not a 488 because it doesn't have the side vents. And Ferrari 430, which is absolutely one of those ones I want to acquire one day, but I really kind of want a proper challenge car. Not a challenge Stradale, a proper challenge car. That would be so sweet. Another 458. Absolutely great stuff here, guys. Okay, the exotic slot is officially popping off. Lotus Exige and an S. Oh. Now, I don't know if I want to bastardize an Exige, but I would love an Elise to do the UZ swap in at some point. Probably UR at this point, because the UZs are kind of old. Got an Evora and an Elise. There you go. Good stuff. Super attainable, too. Like, these are definitely on the short list. Classic NSXs, and a pair of them too, no less. So that's pretty good stuff right there. You don't get to see very many, let alone like a pair of them. Got another 430. I'm sorry, no, wait. It's a 360, not a 430. Hey! Really, really, really awesome car. Now, y'all already know I absolutely love my front engine Porsches. But I love my front-end Ferraris maybe even more. They've just never been super attainable. 599 is one of those things that I definitely need to get at some point. But check this one out. A bit older. These are a little more understated and underappreciated, but still extremely cool nonetheless. I mean, you got a front-engine V12. Come on. How can you say no to that? How can you say no to that? Now, deep down, I've always been a tuner. So these guys just really do it for me. Not so much the bumper delete, but check out this carbon fiber hatch. So nice. That's a nice professional carbon fiber job too. Pretty sure you've also seen this one before, but 2JZ swapped. Not an RB, guys. 2JZ S14. Pretty cool stuff. You see a lot of RB swaps. You don't see a lot of 2Js, but you know, I'm more of an RB fan, but you got to give 2Js credit because they are admittedly more reliable. I love my RBs, but they go boom too quickly. You guys ever see one of these going down the street? The 300s are a 2J, not get the phone caught in the fan, but 300s are the 2J. The 400s, now those are the ones I like, because that's the UZ. Take your pick. Cool cars either way you go. It's not even 11 o'clock. The show ain't even over and everyone is just kind of buggered off. Man, have some staying power, people. Come on. There's some stragglers, though. We'll go check some of these cars out. I'm going to go back to the main lot. We're going to get some slide shots, some money shots. Not that you guys need to know that order in which I film, but I'm not the biggest Miata fan. I love Mazdas, but Miata's not so much. But this one's pretty cool. Got these interesting hood vents. Another interesting example of Miatas. Apparently it gets more interesting. Oh, that is extremely interesting. So you went with a Honda motor.
Yep.
Rather than a Mazda motor.
Yep.
Probably not the worst idea ever.
Bumps up my red line to 8,600, so.
Yo, make sure you follow Mang on Instagram. Shoot to Thrill. Love the name. Love the name. Okay, they say every car has a story. This one has a novel. What in the hell? I don't know if you can hear me over the revving. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but this is, let's just take all of this in. I mean, I've heard of sticker bombing, but I'm not sure about sticker bombing the window. But I mean, a little bit of everything. Ushuaia, Alaska, whatever the heck that is. So this thing's, I guess, just been all over the world. An Argentina plate. I'm at a loss, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what this is. It was very cool. Yeah, this has got a story. We need to. I think we need to talk to the owner of this thing, because this is no doubt gonna be interesting.
So I found the owner.
Okay.
Give us a little story here.
Okay. My name is Hector Argiro. I'm from Argentina. I'm traveling around the world with the 69 Torino. This is Argentinian car. Only was made in Argentina. I started my trip in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I went to the Ushuaia. It's the southern city of the world. And then I drive through the all countries of the continent, and I ride to Dead Horse in Alaska in Arctic Ocean on August 29 in 2019. And from that place, I went to Montreal in Canada, from Montreal to Key West in Florida, and from Key West to here. 5 years and a half traveling,
Okay.
and the trip was post 1 year and a half post the pandemic.
Yeah, fair enough,
Yes.
fair enough.
Yes.
That's really cool. I love this kind of story. That's really awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
I haven't even had a chance to shoot that lot, and that lot goes all the way to the other side of the mall. And I don't even have time to cover that because we gotta go back to the main lot. It's all ending and I gotta get some rollers and stuff like that. But there's even more cars over there. Like when I tell you guys this is like the biggest show, I'm not exaggerating. This thing is huge, it's massive. It'll circumnavigate the entire mall. And if you wanna look this up on Google Maps, it's called Perimeter Mall. It's in Dunwoody, Georgia. And it is not a small mall. I mean, it's not huge, but it's not small either. And the parking deck I was in is usually packed, but this week it wasn't. But the whole mall parking lot will just be packed with cars. It's completely nuts. Gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say it's an EV. Just ignore that. It's an EV. So I've seen some crazy mods, but this is thinking outside the box to a whole new level. So I was talking to the owner, and apparently this is an old Champerel design. It adds downforce and rotational mass. This is a genius at work, and I absolutely am not making it up on the spot. Fastest cell in the parking lot. But it is the fastest one in the parking lot. Follow this mad scientist on Instagram, guys. Good stuff. I love somebody who thinks outside the box. That's so crazy. And of course, appropriately behind ropes, sealed, well away from the vast majority of the public. But actually pretty cool. The guy drove it here, so you know. Ferrari Daytona, if you didn't know, probably worth an absolute fortune these days. So minor correction on this clip. This is supposed to look like a Ferrari 250 California, but unfortunately, and it's a good replica, but it unfortunately is just a replica. I talked to the owner later, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get the video of it, but he says that this is actually on, I don't remember what chassis, but it's based on a Mustang, so it's actually a Ford underneath all of this. Really interesting. But I mean, it fooled me. It fooled everyone at the show. It's just unfathomable to think that somebody would have brought a $50 million car to begin with, but just very, very cool either way. Mad props to the builder, because it fooled everybody. All right, so that is another Caffeine and Octane for the books. That is another good one. Filmed so much and still felt like I didn't film enough, but you know, that's the usual. So yeah, if you guys like this, make sure you hit the little subscribe button, thumbs up button, hit all of the buttons, every button, just for me, just right now, mash them all. And yeah, I'll catch you guys for another Caffeine and Octane coming up soon. I have 2 other car shows I've filmed, we just haven't had edited, so we'll maybe throw that out to the editor and get those up here shortly. But take it easy, guys, and remember, keep building crazy stuff, because today is proof of anything. Sanity is super overrated.